What a difference a year makes. The White House is celebrating the year's end with historic success securing the border, posting this video of the shocking transformation of what it looked like under President Biden compared to what it looks like now. U.S. Border Patrol Chief Mike Banks posted that video. He joins us now. And Chief, when I saw you posted that video, I immediately reached out to you, said, we got to talk about this because that littered trash all along the banks of the river is from Brownsville, Texas. I know it because I lived it. I was there. And to see now no one coming across, the numbers down nearly 100%. I wanted to bring you on to reflect back on the year. And I think, of all of the things the American people voted for, it was President Trump's mandate to secure the border. You have done it in an unprecedented way. How were you able to achieve it?
And, Griff, thanks for having me on it. And it's pretty simple, right? We have a president that supports us, a secretary and Secretary Noem that says, Chief, what do you need? What does the U.S. Border Patrol need? And then they get out of our way and let us do the job. It wouldn't be possible without the support of them. But ultimately, it's letting Border Patrol agents get out there and do what Border Patrol agents know how to do. And so we're actually enforcing the law. We're prosecuting and deporting those that come in illegally, shutting off that pull factor that encouraged people to come here. But like you said, that area was Brownsville, Texas, and the area was so littered with trash that there was literally 4 to 6 feet of just trash from illegal immigrant after illegal immigrant crossing the border and then dumping the trash as they made their way north to be processed and released. And so once you take away the pull factor, which is that if you cross the border illegally, there'll be no punishment. You'll be released into the country and provided some type of stipend at the cost of American taxpayers. Once you realize that's not going to happen, your probability of apprehension is great. Your probability of prosecution is even greater, and your probability of deportation is almost 100% certain. It really shut down that flow. So we just simply started providing a consequence for that illegal activity. And then we were able to get our agents back on the border, actually conducting enforcement where we didn't have every one of them inside processing and leaving that border wide open.
Yeah, and Chief, we've been showing it to our viewers here, a lot of the thousands, 3,000, 4,000 a day that would come across an Eagle Pass. There was, for me, one moment I filmed a guy coming across illegally wearing a specific T-shirt that really, I think, now tells the story. You see him here on your screen. He's wearing a Biden Harris T-shirt. I asked him as he crossed illegally and into the country whether or not he thought the Biden-Harris administration was trying to tell him to come, to help him to come. And he said, honestly, yes. And it's no fault of him. I'm not making fun of this individual. It was just that the previous administration seemed to welcome this. And it seems that the message now from this administration is quite different.
Yep, the message is very clear. If you want to come to this country, you come illegally. You come the right way, you apply, you go through the process. If you come illegally, you will be arrested, you'll be prosecuted, and you will be deported.
And just very quickly, you do have Democrats that are not only is it ironic, perhaps, that they're saying that President Trump is illegally deporting illegal aliens, but also you now have Jasmine Crockett accusing the White House of being dishonest about border numbers. She says that these numbers aren't accurate. What do you say to her?
Look, Jasmine Crockett has said some pretty outlandish stuff, but I tell you what, I extend an open invitation to Jasmine Crockett or any other elected official that would like to go down to the border, and we can show them for themselves. Griff, I ran into you several times down on the border over the last couple of years when I was serving as the Texas border czar under the last 2 years of the Biden administration. I've returned, to be the chief of the Border Patrol, and I will tell you this, night and day. Last week, there was a day where we had 113 people that crossed the border, were apprehended, and set into some type of process. 113. And there were days in Del Rio, Texas, where there was over 12,000 people crossing that border. And a place like Eagle Pass, Texas, where in 3 days, more people had crossed the border than the entire population of that border town. And so just completely overrun. But I invite Jasmine Crockett and any other politician that wants to come down and question those numbers. I'll take you down there personally, take you anywhere you want to go on that border, and I will show you night and day the difference. We have shut down this border. We are pushing toward operational control. We will get there under this administration and under the leadership of President Trump and Kristi Noem, Secretary of Homeland Security. We will get there, but I challenge her and anyone else. Let's take a trip.
You are certainly there in securing the border in an unprecedented way. Chief Mike Banks, I give you kudos, applaud you for your accomplishment, and to all of the men and women in green who work holidays, work tirelessly to make our border safe. Chief Banks, thank you for taking time, and Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year, and thank you for having me on.
All right.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.